Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the internet. Um, we got some good news going on, some confusing news if you want to listen to one side versus the other. Verizon's being very cryptic. Are they hinting towards something? That's what we got to find out here. But before we get started, um, subscribe to the channel, hit like, and stay for the story. All right, so we got here an article from Phone Arena, and it's kind of a telling story. I've had some conversations with some Uber customers, some in the cellular industry, which was very interesting. I think it was a lawyer that I ended up talking to that did some lawyering for some telcos, and we got into a nice conversation about direct to cellular from space. And here, T-Mobile rival may have revealed something it wouldn't want you to know about the satellite program. Now, in my opinion, I feel like the hype is real. I think that when you talk about being able to provide service all over the whole nation, you don't really have to pick and choose. For the most part, you know that you can get coverage if you know you need coverage, and the possibility of being able to stick with one carrier and hope that you don't have to do 3 and 4 cell phones to get nationwide coverage. That's something that a lot of customers are looking forward to trying to do. And the conversation I end up having with said Uber customer, we were talking about how the whole hype around the industry has been around direct to sale from space. So if lawyers and patent laws and different things are talking about this, why would Verizon try to downplay it? So in this article, it's saying that Verizon basically might have hinted towards the fact that they don't want people to really think that people really want it. That's the best way I can describe it to you. So all the hoopla that's been going on around cellular from space, doing lawsuits, going to the FCC, telling one carrier shouldn't be able to do X, Y, and Z versus the other. These things are pretty anti-competitive. And then you turn around and say, hey, we don't really see a need. Except Verizon is the only company out of the 3 major that's actually teaming up to do satellite from space with 2 companies. One company being, let's see if I can find it. Here it is, Skylo, and the other one is AST Space Mobile. So Verizon's kind of saying in this article that, hey, we don't really see a demand for said satellite connectivity. They're coming out and saying this, but you're the only one out of the group of 3 that are doing this with 2 separate companies. You're not doing it with just AST. You're doing it with another company also to try to get better coverage. That's the name of the game for Verizon. Coverage is coverage king. If anybody remember those old commercials, can you hear me now? Good. So I think Verizon might have revealed some information about this because their statements run counterintuitive from what the industry is actually looking at. Have conversations with some people that's of the industry. You get a good idea about what's the direction. And reading this article, I think Verizon might be blowing some bubbles. They might be shoveling some malarkey because T-Mobile is going all in, where they are offering satellite services for free until July to their competitors. So you got one carrier that is trying to really bring it on and going after their competition. and you have another one that's trying to downplay it. But the industry as a whole is not really downplaying it. I think a lot of companies are excited to be able to finally choose one carrier, and they don't have to worry about nationwide coverage. They can just focus on one company. And I think that that might be a very big business model. The testing is still going on. I haven't really seen any good news coming out of T-Mobile as of late for their satellite solutions. Some videos have surfaced. Some people have tested it. I don't know if it's just bugs or is there a true problem using the 1.9, gigahertz from space. It's too early to really compare it just yet. I know Verizon and AT&T are using, I think, the 800 megahertz slice. Don't quote me on it just yet. I need more information, but it's going to be interesting to see how this is going. You're starting to see the competitive jockeying that's going on right now. Verizon's saying one thing and T-Mobile is saying another. And these are totally opposite of what these companies are advertising. I think that Verizon is kind of pushing against the industry to downplay it, where T-Mobile is trying to run towards it. But tell me what you think. I'm curious to see what your opinion might be about this. My opinion is that Verizon might see that some people might choose a better provider at a lower rate. And if T-Mobile can get the price down to a certain price point, I think they might leave. It might be a feature that makes people leave. I know for me, I'm already a T-Mobile customer. If they roll this into these price increases that they're already done, that would keep me to stay. If Verizon is going to automatically charge $20, and T-Mobile's going to charge $20 for the service, then it's not much of a difference. I'm looking for that difference maker. And if T-Mobile rolls it into their service, that's a difference maker. If Verizon and AT&T are going to charge $20 extra on your bill for nationwide coverage, that's going to be kind of a hard pill to swallow, given the fact that Verizon touts their coverage. They see themselves as the coverage king. So what say you? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think, and y'all have a good one.